Morning guys, today we've got a good training session. Today we've got 3 hours with two 30-minute blocks of sweet spot, which is kind of like just below 10-mile time trial intensity, and just below what you do for an hour time trial, and then we're gonna have half an hour recovery between those two and just cruise home. So we did this training session about maybe a week ago with Anthony. Anthony's on holiday now, so I'm out doing it on my own today, and I'm going to show you later how I compare my efforts, so like how I did last time to how I did this time, and things that affect both outcomes. Yesterday we raced Pembrey Crit. It's the brand new national closed road circuit in Pembrey Country Park. Google it, there's plenty of information on it. Check out my Strava because the race is on there. So that was my first race in 2 months, and I went pretty deep. The whole hour, it was tough. I hit my best ever, well, not my best ever, but it was like at some point during the race I did a massive kick. It definitely wasn't a sprint finish. And I maxed out at 1020 watt. I don't think I've seen over 1,000 for 3 years. But don't get, like, I know a lot of people kind of struggle to fathom that, you know, how come you're getting stronger but you're not producing as many watts when you're sprinting? Well, your body composition changes. You become good at some things and really crap at other things. And for me, obviously my explosiveness suffers, but everything else is coming on leaps and bounds. I'm not even going to bother waiting until after the ride to break down these efforts here, because I could do it right here, right now. I'm tired. Race last night, straight out, you know, I've come out quite early in the morning, so it's not really, you know, a massive recovery window there. We've done the first effort. I've averaged 300 watts at 160 beats per minute. Last time we did this ride, which was about a week ago, I did 301 watt at 170 beats per minute. The only difference I can really recognise is the fact that a week ago when I did these, my heart rate was ramping. So it averaged like 170, but it maxed out at like 180, 185. This time round, it's more of like a plateau. So let me tell you something, like, you've got to put these rides, or every single training session you do, every single race you do, you've got to put it into perspective. Perspective is everything. Look it up in the dictionary, because perspective is really important. It stops you from pushing yourself. It stops you from you know, making your head fall off. It stops you from training too hard. There's lots of things perspective will do, and you've got to listen to your body a lot of the time. And I'm making sure I recover really well now in this next half an hour before I do the next effort, because that felt really tough. After doing the last 14 days, I've done like 36 hours. Yeah, 2 18-hour weeks pretty much. Not being full of intensity, but just enough to, you know, kind of build on fatigue. So right now I'm obviously a little bit more tired than I was when I last did these efforts, so I'm putting that in perspective. That's going to contribute to a little bit lower heart rate, believe it or not. And also, I'm kind of struggling with leg strength. So it's not something we've worked on yet at the gym, because we're still kind of looking at stabilizing myself, but I can already feel like my left knee is kind of doing a bit of a wobble on the downstroke. So there's a little bit of, you know, there's a lack of stability there, lack of strength. So I'm looking at obviously doing a bit more strength work on the bike, big gear efforts, and yeah, I mean, like, perspective is really important at times like this. So if you're going through the same thing, don't worry, just follow me and do what I do. By the way, just up here is where the Tour of Britain will be popping out. So it kind of, we did like the first part we did the first part, like the first part of the ride. We did the first effort there, and then it kind of goes into Carmarthen just like we did, and it'll come out on this little bit of road. I'll show you right here. Yeah, so that there is part of the Tour of Britain route. It comes out there, and we're now on the road that the actual race comes on. I see the council have been doing a cracking job recently of resurfacing the roads. They're gonna have a heck of a job in their hands, because this is some of the worst roads in the area actually. Anyway, yeah, we've got another 10 minutes and we're gonna crack out that last effort. Oh, I did a 15-mile time trial in the week on Thursday night. Time-wise went pretty well. Power-wise not so well. Considerably lower. I'd say I usually average, well, the 15 takes me about 33 minutes. And this time it took me 34. But my power is usually around 365, 370, and it was 330. So, doesn't matter. We're doing all the work possible. Well, yeah. Actually, that was what I was telling people yesterday down in Pembrey Country Park. A lot of people still asking me if I'm doing the Tour of Britain. You know, because it starts so close to home, Pembrey Country Park and all that. I'm like, look, I can't say yay or nay. The team is never actually chosen officially until like a week and a half before the event. So, you know, if I'm going to be in good enough shape, I need to be in good enough shape a week before the event, which gives me even less time to train to get ready for it if I'm doing it. I'm still going to do everything. What I'm saying to people is I'm still going to do everything possible, you know, to make myself as fit as possible. Obviously within means, but you know, I'm going to be training hard and recovering hard. I'm going to be intelligent with what I do, and just hope my body responds. At the end of the day, it's up to my body. If my body wants to, you know, respond well to this training and get shocked back into really good form, then I might be going well enough. But if I'm not, and my body, you know, says, listen, you know, we need longer than a month to get ready for this, then so be it. I'll miss another Tour of Britain.